Yo guys, what's going on? It's Aces here today with another video. In today's video, we have ourselves another little mini patch, another little update here on Tarkov. We got a couple fixes and a couple changes here we're going to go over. Going to do my best to knock them out as quick as possible and really only focus on the things that are actually a lot more important than others. But who knows, maybe they're all very important. I didn't really read all of them. I kind of grazed the fixes and looked at the changes. As always, make sure you leave it a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's hop into this one. So the first one is optimization. Happened with the one last week or 2 weeks ago. Various client optimizations. Anything that is being optimized that we're going forward instead of backwards is good in my book, and that's all we really have to say about that. We have list of changes. Added new voice lines for playable scavs, similar to the help, the command, the health status, the reaction, the contact, the enemy, and the team status lines for PMCs. So let's be very clear. These are not new lines for PMCs, even though it says lines for PMCs. If you didn't read it correctly, some of you might get confused. This is only for playable scavs, and this is interesting how it's worded here. Maybe AI scavs will never do any of these voice lines that they just added. So maybe it is only for player scavs, and maybe that could help you decipher if you're, looking at an AI scav or a player scav. VoIP is now enabled by default for all new players. This is one thing that a lot of us kind of talked about once VoIP first came out, how you had to go into your settings and enable it, and not only that, you had to turn your VoIP volume up all the way. So hopefully, even though VoIP is now enabled by default, that your VoIP volume is still at 100. If it's still at 0, this change does absolutely nothing, but I think VoIP should have been enabled from the start, and I'm wondering now, for anybody who had VoIP turned off but has already played this wipe, if the settings will actually change automatically for them. This is a change that I think should have been implemented right with the implementation of VoIP. I think it would have kept a lot more players on their toes. I think at the end of the day, it would have been better for the overall community. And, it is what it is. Some people definitely don't like VoIP, but it's very easy to turn it off with the simple press of a hotkey in Raid. So, this is one that I wish they would have added sooner. But for next wipe, we'll have it there, and hopefully a lot more players who haven't even experienced VoIP yet will now get to experience that. List of fixes. Fix some cases of grass glowing during rain. If this is the one issue that I'm thinking of, I always thought it looked pretty cool. Sometimes grass would be super fucking bright in heavy rain, and honestly, man, I thought it looked dope, how it was kind of like reflecting the rain, and even if there would be like a little bit of sunlight coming through, if it's not that, then I don't know what the fuck it's talking about. But if it's the way the reflections work on the grass, I always thought it was super cool. I personally love playing Tarkov in the rain. It's actually my favorite thing to do. And I know that's probably shocking to a lot of you, but I always find it's the most immersive experience when you really can't abuse your headphones and you really have to be completely focused on every single thing that's happening in a rainy raid. It is just a great feeling. Quick pressing the sprint key will no longer increase players' walking speed. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this is referring to, but there have been instances where I have done something similar to this with different kind of ways of abusing it. Some have been if I'm in an area where I'm crouched and there's no way I can stand up. If you actually, just spam the shit out of the sprint key, you actually crouch walk a lot faster. And I don't know if that's intended or not. There's another one where if you guys have a blacked leg, if you have a broken leg, if you just spam the shit out of W key really, really fast, sometimes you walk a little bit faster. There's that. But this one is saying quick pressing the sprint key. I'm not exactly sure what that's referring to. I think I even did a video once before as well of something to do with the sprint key and how if you placed it correctly and you were under a certain weight, you could actually run indefinitely, and it was weird. We're just going to move on, though. Temporary bans at the flea market now correctly reset over time without the need to restart the game. I'm not sure what a temporary ban is. I've never been banned on the flea market. I don't ever intend to be. I don't know how the fuck you get banned. Maybe you get the capture wrong or something. That one is completely irrelevant to me and 90% of us. I mean, there's 95% of us, 99% of us. I mean, who the fuck is getting banned on the flea market? You're doing something wrong. Fix the incorrect Bitcoin farming time display with the generator turned off after restarting the game. Is that the one where it's like 80 hours till a Bitcoin completes? I'm not sure on that one. I think that's what that's referring to. So if like your generator turns off, your Bitcoin farm will go into a state where it does still actually work, but it's like 80 hours for one Bitcoin or something. So not sure on that. Fix several issues leading to bots getting stuck Seen this plenty of times. Seen it plenty of times. So hopefully we have less AI getting stuck in fucking walls. Fix the incorrect ergonomics indication of the M1A rifle when in the inspect menu. Something I can't speak on. Don't know anything about it, so we're going to move on. Fix the supply crate flare sound issue with disabled sounds. Also, something that I cannot speak on personally. And fix an issue with raiders not spawning after activating specific extracts on reserve. This has been one that we've been talking about for a while, and it's finally been fixed. Now, we actually had the raiders start spawning a lot extra actually a couple days ago. It was kind of implemented a little bit early, and now it was actually posted in the patch notes for today. However, this has actually been fixed for a couple of days now. I saw it on one of the Twitter guys' feeds that the percentage rate was increased significantly. But that's it for the little patch that we got here today. The biggest things in this one are going to be VoIP enabled by default. Maybe the new lines if you guys do speak Russian and you like playing on your scavs. But the other main one here in the fixes is going to 100% be the raiders on reserve. So that's going to be the patch for today. Let me know if you guys, want to see anything else fixed, any other bugs, any other problems you're having in the comments down below. Obviously, the only one that really comes to mind right now is going to be that weapon maintenance, something I've talked about very frequently here on the channel. It's kind of at a point in wipe now where it completely is irrelevant and doesn't matter because of, really the skill isn't that overpowered. Basically, it just reduces your weapon wear. But at this point in the wipe, it just doesn't matter. I mean, it's one of those that you have to elite early for it to really even make any difference over the course of a wipe. It's too late now. So it really doesn't matter as long as it's fixed by next wipe. But, yeah, man, like I said in the comments, if you guys have any bugs, issues, anything like that, you can always let me know, and I can do my best to talk about them here on the channel. But make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and new sponsor, and equipment search below. That's all I got. Thanks for stopping by. I'm out.